Hey everyone, this is D-Vyne and welcome to my channel. If this is the first time you're visiting this channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on your notifications as well, so when I upload new videos, you're the first to know. Now we have a lot to talk about today, so let's get into it. Shenseea and Megan Thee Stallion just dropped a new single called Lick, and I just had to address it because it's a whole mess. I've been a fan of Shenseea for a hot minute. I've followed her from early on in her career, and now that she's going international, she's being managed by the same guy that manages The Weeknd and Doja Cat. So I figured, okay, she's about to come with some good, solid music, right? Wrong. I don't even know where to start. Now, of course, since Shenseea is being introduced to the international market, she's being heavily pushed on social media, and otherwise that was expected. She has a very engaging personality. She definitely has some big dick energy, very confident. She can roll with the guys and take punches just as well as she can throw them. She's talented as an artist, and she definitely has the look to be a star. So as the formula goes, looks, talent, vibe, fan base equals a hit, right? Well, someone's fumbling the ball with this woman's career, because since she started being managed by Wasim Slawi, otherwise called Sal, her music hasn't really been hitting like what I'm used to. I noticed that a lot with international artists. When they are being marketed to the American public, it's like the record execs try to give a diet version of the artist. Like, what I've been seeing is Shenseea light, not the vibrant, expressive artist that I'm used to seeing. The music is just not giving what it's supposed to give, at least not all of it. I feel like someone is there saying, oh, we need to make this palatable to Americans. Let's talk about Sean Paul for a minute. Sean Paul is very successful as a Jamaican dancehall artist. He has quite a few hits in the US, and yet majority of the time, Americans don't even understand what the hell he is even saying. I'm sure sometimes even the Jamaicans are like, huh? Because that man, he just talks so fast. But he has a solid career with great music. His vibe is consistent. He hasn't compromised his roots. He has stuck to a formula that works for him, and that keeps the hits coming, The same applies to Shaggy. He just does his thing in his style, which is very authentic to him and his Jamaican roots, and it hasn't failed him yet. Another person that comes to mind, Spice. Some of y'all might not like the fact that I'm talking about Spice in the same sentence as Shenseea. Well, tough luck. Spice is a little different in the sense that she's not really trying to appeal to the American public in terms of, she's not trying to change her style to fit in with an international style. What I like about Spice is that there's something that I've come to expect with her music, and she consistently gives that to her fans. She gives them an experience that they've come to expect over the years. So even when she dropped international hits, it's still that same authentic vibe that she's always given. She hasn't changed. She's still the same old Spice that she's always been. So many times I have been on like TikTok or YouTube or some other platform listening to like a Sean Paul song, and the comments are like, I don't know what he's saying, but I love him. And with platforms like TikTok in particular, people are being exposed to music from so many other cultures. A lot of these songs are in the native languages of these countries, Arabic. And I'm hearing like Afrobeat songs. We don't know what they're saying, right? Unless you look up the English translations of a lot of these songs. You really don't know what they're saying. And yet the American public eats it up every time because the vibe is immaculate. People feel good when they listen to these songs. Shenseea usually goes so much harder on her songs, and I just feel like they've been dropping some mediocre singles, and she is so much better than that. And Lick is a perfect example of this. Lick comes off as a Megan Thee Stallion song featuring Shenseea, and her parts aren't even that memorable. The lyrics are basic, and I don't really have a problem with basic, like if you're minimalist, but they're just not hitting. Now, I imagine that one of the complaints the label anticipated is that dancehall music and lyrics can be so fast, so some people might find it difficult to understand. So it seems like they tried to slow Shenseea down a lot in Lick, while Megan goes with her normal fast flow. Now, that can work sometimes, but the two flows just don't really complement each other very well in this song. It's unfortunate because I feel like Shenseea has the ability to go toe-to-toe with Megan lyrically and otherwise. She has proven that in the past, even if it is a different genre, so it's not very comparable. I had no problems with the subject matter either. A lot of people are complaining about it being the same old. We're all grown-ups here. If you listen to Shenseea's music in general, it really didn't move that far from her regular content, so I'm really not pressed. I'm not one of those people who have an issue with women singing or rapping about being eaten out. Like, it's not happening in real life every day. Plus, men are always rapping about getting their dick sucked. Like, grow up. It's really not that big of a deal. If it's not your thing, just don't listen to that type of music. There's something out there for everyone, and sometimes you just want to listen to someone rapping about or singing about having their lady parts eaten out, and it doesn't have to be a big deal. But honestly, most people have been criticizing the song, saying it's just giving Walmart version of WAP. And honestly, when you drop a new single, you don't really want those types of comparisons, especially when you are collaborating with an artist who was previously featured on WAP. It's like a recycled concept, and it wasn't even done well. Of course, both women are beautiful. That goes without saying. It just seems like the production was just not able to capture Shenseea's true essence or even bring both artists together cohesively. I fully support her as an artist, but her team needs to get themselves together. They need to figure out like what type of artist they're trying to push. I mean, they figured it out with Doja Cat, right? And they're able to consistently, stay true to her vibe. So why can't the same be done for Shenseea? They need to understand who Shenseea's audience is and grow from there. At this point, it's like they don't even know what they are doing. They try to give us a little Rihanna vibe with the single Run Run that they dropped last year. Now, I'm not trying to say that Shenseea isn't versatile, because she definitely can do different styles within that same genre and even outside of dancehall on a whole. But it just seems like they're trying to fit her into pre-existing molds, and they figured that it worked for those artists, so it must work for her as well, right? But it's not. So it just leaves her audience wanting more and not quite sure what is missing. Shenseea has her own vibe that has been working for her for years. If they just take that vibe and amplify it, she will be a force to reckon with. She isn't Rihanna or Nicki or Cardi or whoever else's vibe they are trying to rip off to boost her international image. She is Shenseea, and I feel like that is enough. It should be enough. So many people have met her and commented on how cool she is, how funny she is. I just don't think all the music they've been pushing has been a good introduction to her as an artist. I feel like they've been doing what they think will work, and clearly it's not all working. When she just signed to Interscope a couple years back, she did a song with Tyga called Blessed. That song had me feeling myself like, bitch, I'm the best, way too blessed. It didn't have any complicated lyrics or anything. It just felt good. I'm not gonna say it's the hardest she can go lyrically. You don't always have to go hard on a song. You can have simple lyrics and some parts can be repetitive and it still hits. Honestly, I don't even care who writes the song. I don't care. I just care if it's hitting or not. That was a great collab with an international artist. I think it did well and was a great introduction to the international market. When you listen to her older songs, like even Ludi, featuring Vybz Kartel, you will notice the gaping difference between that and Lick. A couple weeks ago, she dropped Dolly. I'm not gonna lie, that was more up her alley, just a fun, lighthearted song and more in line with what her fan base expects from her. I don't think they were disappointed by it. So I definitely enjoyed that. Late last year, she dropped You Are the One I Love, produced by Jamaican producer Russian. It's cute, it's sweet, shows that she's versatile. I expected no less from Russian because he usually does his thing. I'm not trying to say that everything has been trashed. That is not what I'm here to do. But they aren't really doing my girl any favors either, especially with this new single Lick. They really thought they had something with this single. They really thought they had something. I felt like they thought this was gonna be the big one. How can you get something this wrong? Like how? But what do you guys think about it? Let me know down in the comments. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and share this video. Also turn on your notifications so that whenever I post a new video, you're the first to know. Until next time.